Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Meet me again, Miss Komala Dusha Putri in Basic Grammar class. Today, we will talk about overview of part of speech. Have you ever heard about part of speech? What is part of speech? To get started, here is a basic review of grammar terminologies. Maybe you have ever heard about verb, noun, adjective, adverb, and also you know what is the function. You have already known, you have already heard what is the function and job of that terminologies. We, we have also pronoun, preposition, and conjunctions. You have already familiar with that words. But do you know that the terminologies that have mentioned before are called part of speech. So what is part of speech? Part of speech describes the job a word does in a sentence. Part of speech are the basic types of words that are used in English. All the words in English must belongs to minimum part of speech. It is important to recognize and identify the different types of word in English so that you can understand grammar and use the right word in the right place. So, what are the part of speech that we have? The first one we have nouns, the second one we have pronouns, the third one we have adjectives, we have verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and also interjection. What are they? We go to the first one. The first one is noun. What is noun? Noun is in Indonesian we call it kata benda. Maybe you often heard about kata benda or nomina. Noun is a word that names a person, place, a thing, or an idea. Jadi noun itu adalah kata yang digunakan untuk menamai orang, tempat, benda, atau suatu pemikiran. Biasanya, it act as the subject or object in a sentence. Jadi dia biasanya berfungsi atau berlaku sebagai subjek atau objek di dalam kalimat. Examples, we have love, beauty, uncle, Intan, Malik, woman. We have also bicycle, magazines, student, pencil, books, and etc. We have so many examples of nouns. And the second one, after noun, we have pronouns. What is pronoun? Pronouns is a word that can take the place of a noun. As you can see from the words pronoun, it's a word that pro to the nouns, ya. So a pronoun is a word that can take the place of the nouns. Jadi pronouns itu kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia kita sebutnya kata ganti. Jadi yang berfungsi untuk menggantikan posisi suatu kata benda, suatu noun. Examples, see, him, they, us, I, our, myself, and etc. Example in sentence, who told you that? Who here is pronouns because it refers to someone that you want to take place, yeah. And then they meet us at the park. Something is burning, and etc. Here is some other examples of pronouns. It is the pronouns that referring to person or nouns, and we have also referring to noun and etc. The third one, we have adjectives. What is adjective? In Indonesia, we call it kata sifat. An adjective is a word that modifies a noun by limiting its meaning. Jadi fungsinya adalah memodifikasi suatu kata benda dengan membatasi makna dari kata benda tersebut. It is a descriptive words that most often describe nouns or pronouns. Jadi itu adalah kata-kata pendeskripsi yang seringnya mendeskripsikan kata benda atau kata ganti. It can also describe other adjectives. Bisa juga mendeskripsikan adjektif yang lain. Many adjectives and in the suffix "aus". Examples, we have happy, big, purple, thin, beautiful. I bought two shirts yesterday. I bought two shirts yesterday. Amir is shorter than me, and any others. Now we go to the fourth one. The fourth one is verb. In Indonesia, we call it kata kerja. A verb is a word that expresses an action in a sentence or a state of being. Jadi mengekspresikan kegiatan di dalam kalimat. Apa yang kalian lakukan di dalam kalimat tersebut. noun as predicate of the sentence. You familiar with the words predicate. Jadi mungkin kalian memang sudah lebih familiar dengan kata-kata istilahnya predikat. It's end in the suffix ed, ing, and also as. Examples: if it show an action, example set to run, jump, sleep, and ride. If it is show the time, run, ran, go, it's become when in the past. If it said something, example is to be, and etc. Okay, examples in a sentence: my classmates admired my new handphone. Admire here is the verb of the sentence. Teman-teman sekelas saya mengagumi handphone baru saya. Jadi apa kegiatannya? Kegiatannya adalah mengagumi. Admire. Apa yang dikagumi? Handphone baru saya. Siapa yang mengagumi? Teman-teman kelas saya. Oke, jadi seperti itu contohnya. Second examples, I gave Swayan my magazine. Saya memberi Swayan majalah saya. Apa? Kegiatannya, actionnya di situ apa? Actionsnya adalah memberi. Siapa yang diberi? Swayan. Siapa yang memberi? Saya. Apa yang diberi sama si Swayan tadi? My magazine, majalah saya. Jadi itu contoh penggunaan kata kerja di dalam kalimat. Selanjutnya kita ke adverbs. Kalau tadi kita udah bahas tentang adjective, yang mana adjective itu memodifikasi kata benda, maka di sini kita ketemu dengan yang namanya adverbs. Mungkin kalian udah bisa menebak lah ya, dari namanya kan adverbs tuh. Ada verbs-nya. Jadi adverbs itu adalah kata yang kalian gunakan to modify a verb, but also another's, ya. Jadi an adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb by making its meaning more specific, by limiting its meaning. Hampir sama kayak adjective. Jadi mungkin kalau nantinya dalam pengidentifikasian kalian akan mengalami sedikit distractions when you are going to identify which one is adjective, which one is adverb, because they're quite similar. Jadi mereka itu adjective sama adverb itu sama-sama ya, mereka sama-sama berfungsi untuk membatasi makna. Tapi kalau adjective, yang dibatasi makna oleh adjective itu adalah noun atau adjective yang lain, sedangkan kalau adverb sendiri dia memodifikasi atau membatasi makna untuk suatu verb, untuk adjective atau another adverbs. Oke. Adverbs itu bisa muncul setelah kata benda, setelah kata kerja, atau sebelum kata kerja yang mereka deskripsikan. Biasanya, typically, adverbs itu berakhir dengan akhiran ly. Adverbs modify by answering the question when, where, how, and how much. Examples: slowly, quickly, awful, therefore, seriously. For example, in a sentence, he walked to his room quickly. Dia berjalan ke ruangannya dengan cepat. Adverbnya adalah quickly, dengan cepat. Sekarang, apanya yang dengan cepat? Dianya atau berjalannya? Yes, dengan cepat tuh berjalannya. Jadi dia berjalan ke ruangannya dengan cepat. Jadi quickly di sana memodifikasi atau membatasi makna si walk, si verb itu, si berjalannya itu. Jadi walk quickly, berjalan dengan cepat. Contoh yang kedua, this laksa tastes awful. Laksa ini rasanya mengerikan. Apa yang mengerikan? Rasanya, verbnya, ya. Okay, Harit talk slowly over the phone. Still the same, sama. Harit berbicara dengan pelan melalui telepon. Apanya yang dengan pelan? Berbicaranya. Kata kerjanya, verbnya, ya, itu adverbs. Jadi jangan bingung lagi mana yang adjectives, mana yang adverbs. For the next one, she often drinks coffee with milk. Dia sering minum kopi dengan susu. Apanya yang sering? Minumnya, ya. Okay, clear enough for adverbs. Now we go to the next part of speech. We have prepositions. In Indonesia, we call it kata depan. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship of a noun or pronoun to some other word in a sentence. Jadi, preposisi itu menunjukkan hubungan antara kata benda atau kata ganti terhadap kata-kata yang lain di dalam kalimat. Preposition show where, time, and place or give directions. Jadi preposition itu menunjukkan di mana, waktu, tempat, dan menunjukkan arah. Examples: over, across, through, to, beside, beneath, into, inside, during, since. Mungkin kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia kita lebih akrab dengan di, ke, dari. Tapi kalau dalam bahasa Inggris itu lebih spesifik untuk masing-masingnya. Kalau kita kan tinggal di atas, ke atas, dari atas, di bawah, ke bawah, dari bawah. Tapi kalau di bahasa Inggris kita punya masing-masing. Kalau di atas dia on, di bawah dia under, and etc. Example, number 1, the bird flew over the bar. Jadi over di sana menunjukkan relationship the barn itu burungnya terbang. Terbangnya itu kemana untuk menghubungkannya dengan the barn tadi. Over the barn. The present workplace. Where? Di mana? Menghubungkan dengan di pohonnya itu. Under the tree. Okay. After that, you can see from the pictures, there are some illustrations when you are talking about prepositions. Jadi itu above, bedakan antara above sama on ya. Kalau above itu dia di atas tapi tidak menyentuh the surface, not on the right on the surface. Kalau on itu menyentuh kayak gitu ya. Itu behind, di belakang, between, di antara, in, di dalam, and etc. Next, we go to conjunctions. What is conjunctions? In Indonesia, we call it kata hubung. Ya, kata hubung sesuai namanya, berarti menghubungkan sesuatu. Apa sih yang dihubungkan oleh si conjunctions ini? So, a conjunction is a word that joins single word or groups of words. Jadi, conjunction itu adalah kata yang berfungsi untuk menghubungkan, menjoinkan single words, kata, atau group of words, kelompok kata. Conjunctions joins phrases or clauses or words together in sentences and are often separated by a comma. Semicolon can take the place of comma and conjunctions. Examples: and, but, yet, so, or, either, while, although, and etc. Matt and Tis are running. Jadi kita punya Matt dan Tis di sana. Matt are running, Tis are running. Because they are doing the same thing, we can connect the sentences, make it become one simple sentences by doing the conjunctions. So it shows that there are two persons are running, Matt and Tis. They are planning and building a house. Jadi kegiatannya adalah ini, they are connect the verbs, planning and also building the house. Okay. And we go to the last part of speech, we have interjections. What is interjections? In Indonesia, we call it kata seru. Wah, seru, berseru-seru. It's not like that, ya. So, in interjection is a word or phrase that express emotions or exclamations. Jadi, interjection adalah kata atau frase yang mengekspresikan emotions atau emosi atau seruan, exclamations. It doesn't need sentences to make sense. Jadi, interjection sendiri bisa berdiri sendiri, dia nggak butuh kalimat lengkap untuk membuatnya bermakna. Usually, it plays at the beginning of a sentences and are followed by a punctuation mark. Jadi, biasanya dia diletakkan di awal kalimat dan diikuti dengan tanda seru. Ya, itu fungsinya dari interjections. Example, ouch, ew, ow, wow. Jadi kita bisa katakan bahwa interjections itu adalah seruan, kata seruan di dalam kalimat tidak punya arti khusus, tapi punya makna. Oke, contohnya ya, kalimat number 1, ew, those food look disgusting. Ew. Begitu kalian lihat ew aja, ew. You know that ew means disgusting. Maknanya adalah menunjukkan rasa jijik, ekspresikan jijik, emosi jijik. Tapi ada nggak ew arti khusus? No. Ya. We have ouch. Ouch. When you say ouch, people know that ouch means you hurt, you are hurted. Yeah. But we don't have a special meaning. We don't have meaning for ouch. Kita nggak tahu arti ouch itu apa. Ouch ya, ouch. Tapi ada maknanya. Maknanya menunjukkan rasa sakit. Wow. Ada nggak arti kata wow? No. Wow is wow. Wow itu katanya artinya ya wow. Tapi maknanya kita punya it shows maknanya itu menunjukkan kagum, terkejut. Kurang lebih seperti itu. Ya, jadi kita sudah melihat sekilas mengenai 8 part of speech. Jadi ada tadi noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, and also interjections. Ya, I have some exercises for you to done. So I need you to identify all the part of speech in the following sentence. Jadi saya punya satu kalimat di sini. Yesterday we went to the cinema because John had luckily received 2 free tickets. I want you to check and identify all of the part of speech in the following sentence. Jadi dicek satu-satu. Yesterday-nya apa, we-nya apa, when-nya apa, to-nya apa, the-nya apa. Sampai ke terakhir tickets itu apa. If you have done, kalau udah, silakan nanti dikumpulkan melalui e-learning kita. Oke, mungkin cukup itu. Minggu depan kita akan bahas latihan ini, kemudian kita akan masuk ke materi selanjutnya, pembahasan lebih lanjut tentang masing-masing part of speech. Kita mulai dari nouns. Ya. Saya rasa cukup untuk hari ini. Thank you. Goodbye and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.